Weiner, Raquel.
Hello.
Sound. Hello, Raquel. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Weiner, please.
Hello.
Ah.
Raquel, speak something.
The reception's not good, is it?
Your microphone, I think no. No, Raquel. Hey.
She says 1 second, I think. And hello, Carl.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm I'm very well. Just tired. But
Yes, I hear you. Absolutely. The end of the day for us. It's late.
oh,
It's
it's
late.
terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Raquel? No. Try login again, maybe. Yeah. Let me see if Maria is coming as well.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's great.
She just asking me the link.
Regina, nice to see you.
It's good to see you, Weiner. I miss you. Are you good? Are you well?
I am very well. Exciting. No, not like Carlos is tired. No, I am exciting now.
Good.
Look,
Well,
Carlos, Weiner is young. See?
whatever you bring is good, is fine,
Yeah.
is fine.
He was teaching to us now minutes ago.
What, oh, Weiner,
Yeah.
fantastic. You are so good. You are so good.
Look, Eva. Yeah.
When the class
Huh?
finish, I do that and
I know. It is tiring, isn't it? It's tiring.
And tomorrow you're back here like you.
But
Yeah.
one
a
is
little
so young.
tired. No, a little
So,
tired.
a little tired, but so young.
So tomorrow, Weiner, you'll be drinking like 10 cup of coffee
At
and
work.
go to my kitchen and go, Karen, I think I need another coffee. Where's
Totally.
Raquel? Let me see. Raquel. Maria, look at this. She asking me the link.
For them. I know they've been working. These ladies are so good to come along when they've been, they obviously had busy days. I hope they're okay to be here.
Yes. We are okay.
Good. Good.
Just a little tired.
Of course.
Where?
What about Carlos? What about the Spanish class today? Better than the other day.
Oh yes, it's very nice. I I think I have easy for me understand Spanish because
Yeah.
I listen too much Spanish. I don't listen too much English in my job. Just Spanish all the time. So 6 hour per day, listen Spanish. When I talk
Wow.
when I talk someone in English,
Yeah.
I think, oh my gosh, I don't have so much vocabularies because I think
No.
sometimes I think in Spanish or in Portuguese, and
Of course.
sometimes I understand
Yeah.
some conversation, but I don't have some vocabularies to continue the conversation. I try. I try.
Honestly, you're doing so well, Carl. You're doing so well. Please don't think you don't have it. It's very fluent. It's very, it's lovely. It's good.
Avna,
And that's, yes.
Larissa is here. Larissa is from my class from 2 years ago in
Oh,
English beginner, but she speaks well, and I invite her to come
oh,
together. But she said it maybe more to listen today because she's working, still working.
of course, of course. Well, welcome, Larissa, and of course that's understood. We won't ask you any questions. You can just listen. It's
Larissa, if you
helpful.
like to turn on your camera just to say hi.
And
And
Raquel is back.
possible.
Hi,
Okay.
Raquel is back. Raquel is back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Wait a second. Maria is connection the audio.
Oh, Maria had to
Try
leave.
again. So, Avina, you can talk to Raquel in that moment.
Of course, of course. Raquel, how are you? Oh no, I can't hear you. Oh no.
What happened? What's happening? She
How
was
are you,
talking.
Raquel?
She was talking.
Don't worry, take your time. It's all good. We're
Okay.
not in a rush.
And then Maria probably some problem as well because she was in. Let me text a message to her.
Poor Raquel, she must be exhausted after her day, and then audio is not working.
Maria? Maria? Maria is in now.
Hey.
Hello, Raquel's friend.
Hello, Raquel's friend.
Welcome to. Wait, please. Now I can hear him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Hey.
you.
Raquel,
so
who's
good.
that? Who's that?
Oh, my friend Pedro.
Oh, Pedro.
Oh,
Nice to
thank
meet
you,
you,
He's
Pedro.
work with me.
Oh,
Oh.
fantastic. Oh, Raquel, thank you so much for being here. I hope it hasn't, I know you were busy and had other things on. I hope you're okay to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Thank you. Oh.
Maria is here as well.
Hi, Maria.
Obrigada, Sheila.
Maria, your microphone. Where is the sound of Maria? She is hearing, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, Maria. So she's working. Is she working?
Yes. I'm working.
Yeah,
For
your
you,
microphone
Maria.
is okay. Let's see, Avna. We can try. But Raquel is talking, Weiner's talking, Carlos is talking. Maria can try. Maybe you keep it so close to the mouth.
Yes. But Maria is also working, isn't she? Is she on call whilst working?
Yeah,
Or she's on call with her work?
working, but I think she can talk sometimes, Maria, with us or no?
I'm not working now, but I can stay home for this. But I'm
Yeah, she is not working, she said, but the rest I don't understand because the audio is not really good. But Maria,
listen,
if you can hearing is okay.
yes, and it's so good of you to come along when you clearly have been busy and other things going on. So there's no pressure, and if it is useful, if the session is useful, then great. That's the whole aim, is that we are engaging in English language.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. We can begin. And Larissa, I know she's just listening in as well. So hopefully she will hear little bits and pieces. But today I decided that I wanted to speak with you all about interviews. And the lovely Karen has decided to start screen sharing. So if you can on your devices, you might be able to see our little presentation of today's work. So the reason I wanted to talk with you about job interviews is because before I spoke with you about being an actress, and the process of acting requires actors to have auditions. And so these are similar to job interviews, of course. But because I don't get to act all the time, I also have to interview often, a lot, for jobs, just regular jobs that I do day to day. And the process of auditioning is similar, but also quite different from a normal job interview. And as we all know, interviews are very important because they are what helps us get the job. And I feel myself that interviews are a skill in themselves. And so the more we talk about how to interview and how we present ourselves in interview, and also things that maybe we should avoid doing or not do in interviews, the better we can get at this skill, and hopefully the better we will be at getting the job. In acting with auditions, there is also an interview, but this is less important than the acting that actors do. So for regular job interviews, I wanted to talk about a couple of different questions, and perhaps Karen will move to our first slide. Some of these questions you might feel that you want to respond to. I can't always see you because I'm on my phone, but I'll keep swiping backwards and forwards so that I can see you. Please feel free to interrupt at any time to speak. More than welcome. And then I will also ask you some of these questions. So the questions are, how am I in interviews? How do I feel about interviewing? What do I like about interviewing for a job? And what do I dislike about interviews? So I'll begin. How am I in interviews? So this means how do I come across, or how do I think I come across to other people in interviews? I think and I feel that I come across as being quite enthusiastic, quite eager to please. I like to make people happy. I want to engage with people. I think sometimes I come across as being a bit goofy, a bit silly. And I also think I can come across as being quite passionate about what I want to do. So hopefully people understand that I love acting. And so getting a job, a regular job, is important for me because it helps me with my acting. So anything that helps me to act is very important to me. So I'd love to ask anybody how you feel you come across in interviews. And also we can link the first and the second questions. How do I feel about interviews? Do I feel nervous about them? Do I feel worried about them? Do I hate them? Do I love them? So if anybody would like to go first, they are more than welcome.
I try before to help the guys to think about questions, okay? But I always feel like anxious, like a little nervous, because
Yes.
I know it's like approbation, like to see how's Karen is working, how's Karen is doing her presentation, how's Karen can show to the interviewer how she is, you know. It's
Yes.
hard because I know who I am, but
Yes.
to show for the interviewer sometimes because this pressure, I'm feeling uncomfy, like anxious.
Yes. Yes.
God, how to show I'm good, how to
Yes.
show I'm ready for this job, how to show I'm competent, I'm able to do it, you know. Of course, my feedback can help me, but nervous, of course, I'm nervous.
That's so helpful. That's so helpful, Karen. Even knowing and understanding how we feel, I think is helpful to overcome it. You know, I feel nervous and I know that I'm nervous, so I can focus on the fact that I'm nervous and breathe. Exactly. Whereas if you don't know how you feel, anything could happen. Anything.
It's shocking.
Yes, yes. You can't control your emotion then. How about you, Wayner? How are you in interviews? Or how do you feel about interviews?
Yeah. Now, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Perfect.
Normally when I do an interview, I am a little nervous. A little nervous. Emotional because it's a new job, you know.
Yes.
And it's other word. You are starting other word if the interview is okay.
Yes.
For this reason. But only nervous, I don't I don't stay fair.
You don't.
Fair miedo.
Fair. I'm not feeling scared.
No,
Yes.
no.
Not scared. And
Not
it's
scared.
we get nervous because we care, right? Because we care about the job. We want the job. Therefore, if we don't get the job, if they say no, then we are losing something that we want. It's not ours. And I think that's why we get nervous, because we care. You know, it matters to us. We don't care about that job or that job. We care about this job. And that is what makes us nervous, I think.
Normally when I am going to an interview,
Yes.
it is because I am going to this job.
Yes.
I never do. I never did one interview with one queue, you know?
With one, say again, one.
I never did one interview with
Yes.
That's right.
with one selection or with one queue. How do you say? Line.
With other people? Do you mean with other people?
Yes, I never do that. I never
Good.
did
Oh, you mean a group interview. A group interview.
Yeah.
So you never
never
did that.
One time when I was 17, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but never again.
Never again. Do you remember how you felt then at 17?
I felt nice because was my second interview.
Uh-huh. Oh, good.
Teenager,
Yes.
teenager.
Yeah, Niger, all life for me,
Yes, it's ahead. It's all ahead.
Yeah, was for one big store in Spain,
Yes.
and they want that stay with me. They want me, but when I said
they wanted to employ you. They wanted to employ you.
They wanted to employ me.
Yes.
They wanted to employ me, but the lady said me, "You are teenager, yet you can't.
Oh, too young. You are too young.
You are
Oh.
Very young, very young."
Yes.
For this reason, I don't get this job.
Why
only because you're young.
Sorry, just a question. How's about the age in Spain or Dominican Republic to work like a professional? You can work after 18 or you can work before?
You can start to work when you are 16 with your parent signature.
Make it sign.
Oh yes.
Sign.
It's so your parents' permission. Permission is like they give permission.
I can get a work with 16 with my parent permission.
This is it. Perfect. Perfect. Would anybody else like to answer this question? Or Raquel, perfect.
I just had to say that I worked with HR about 50 years.
Fantastic.
So I was an interviewer.
Interviewer. You were the interviewer. Oh, I see.
Yes. In the last 4 years, I worked as a tech recruiter. Before I changed to audiovisual.
Perfect.
Audiovisual. I'm still working with HR, but I just stressed, so I changed. But
yes,
this topic is for me. I used to interview about 30 people. 30.
Wow.
For day.
You see, Avna, she is the devil. She is the person to ask.
I'm not the devil. It's I love my work with people, but work with as a tech recruiter is just technologies professionals in this area. It's so stressful.
Yes.
And I just pause, take a breath.
A break, yes.
A break,
yes.
take a break. And I just doing other things, but I'm still I'm still loving my profession, and I sometimes I help my friends how to do interviews.
You help them to prepare. Do you help them to prepare?
I help them to prepare. And
amazing.
And just talking to other recruiters to ask him that if they have a jobs and just do it this link
Yes.
with some people that don't have searching for a specific job, and if I like a recruiter with working that company, and I just do this.
You must like to make the connection between the person and the ideal job. So they are looking for their ideal job, and you find it. You have the company who will employ them.
Yes, because in this area, everybody knows each other.
Yes.
So
yes.
If I no longer work in this job in this
area,
I know everyone, so we had a connection. So I just trying to help, and if anyone needs some advice, I'm here.
But this is perfect. You can teach us about interviews.
Yes, there's no secret about it. I always try to how can I say?
Take your time.
I always
no rush.
try to make the candidate feel comfortable as possible.
Yes.
And just conducting the interview is more clearer.
Yes.
So about the job, the company, the culture.
Yes. You help them. You help them to understand how the company works, so they get a sense of place.
Yes, always try to be more not clear, but honest.
Yes, honest. Yes.
And just faster, and always maintain the contact, and just care about how the other person feels and expectations and this.
But Raquel, this makes you the best interviewer ever. This means you are excellent.
Thank you.
Because not all interviewers are like this. This is amazing. It's such a good way to be, to want to make other people feel relaxed, so they can do their best work.
Yes, and this because the company that I work at always asked me to be in the to be different for this, because we know how to functions sometimes to how the companies
how the company functions,
and I hired. And I just don't agree with this, and it's something that I stopped to work for now.
Yes. Okay. So you learned things about the company that you didn't feel good.
All the companies that I work with, it's all the same, and so for me, it's not good thing.
Yes, ethical, not ethical. didn't feel
Not
right.
yes.
Like so many companies, they are
Mhm.
not ethical. And
Yes.
well done you for being so strong.
Thank you.
And fantastic English conversation. Carlos, it's your turn.
My turn.
You can answer. You
Oh
can
my
answer
God.
another question. Yes, take your time. You can answer another question if you like. We also have. You can choose whatever you want. Oh, just the one before, Karen, lovely. The slide before. We also had what do I like about interviewing? What do I dislike? And of course, the first two. How am I? How do I feel? So whichever questions you would like to answer, and then the next slide we also have. If Karen just goes to the next slide as well. How do I manage my nerves and how do I present myself? How do I manage my nerves, deal with my nerves, and how do I present myself? I know that's a lot of questions, but they all sort of come into the same topic. It's the same thing. How are you in interviews?
Okay, before Carlos starts, just a second. There are 7 minutes to finish this link, and I said the second one just to finich, okay? But I think Carlos have 7 minutes. I think you'll be fine. Let's see. Go, Carlos.
How about
Go, Carlos, go!
Run? How about
Who's the boss?
I feel about the interview? I think it's complicated because I have if I have an interview tomorrow,
Yes.
I think 1 year before I
Yeah.
I have
Yes.
a serious problem with that
Oh.
because I think in Brazil I study administration business in the university, and I never work in RT, RH, R8, R8, R8.
HR.
But
Oh.
my work, my TCC,
The finished work of the university in
work
Brazil called TCC.
Perfect.
is about the manager people in the company. So when I'm doing the work, I did a lot of interview with the people.
Of course, you interviewed them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I would like to know how about feel about the job, about your function.
The work.
Isso que eu encontrei na internet sobre a Schwantfang. Dê uma olhada.
Siri burra, tá ligado?
Siri.
Tchau, Siri.
Carlos
Tchau,
is turn on the Siri.
Tchau,
Oh, Siri!
And he said, translation, Siri is silly.
Oh,
I don't
Siri!
know, all the time my Siri
just starts talking.
Isso é o que eu encontrei na internet sobre.
Tchau,
Esse dor no all the
tchau,
time my
Siri.
Siri. Dê uma
Tchau, Siri.
olhada.
Carlos, just ask in computer.
So,
It's great.
Some interviews I think it's complicated because in one day, in 30 minutes, the interviewer, the recruiter.
Yes.
Don't know you about your abilities, your skills.
Yes.
And sometimes you try to write in a paper, in Brazil or here, I'm doing that, I do that. But it's easy to write.
Yes.
But when you work is day by day is totally different. And sometimes I think don't have so much opportunity because you maybe write something wrong or different.
Yes.
And so I have some scares about that. In Brazil, when I start to work, I think I did some 3 or 4 interview for start a job. And I finished one course in technical chemical.
Right.
Technical is 1 year. I don't remember. And I did, I think, 5 interviews for
Yes.
try to enter in the company. All the interviews 1 hour. 1 hour is
Bloody wow.
long.
Wow.
And in the last interview, I can't to work. I don't pass. I don't know the word.
You
And
didn't get the job. You
yeah,
didn't pass. You didn't get the job. Oh,
yeah. And I called the interview. And I told her I did 5 interviews, long interviews. I
yes.
would like to know what point is I don't get the interview,
Yes, yes.
the job, for try to better to improve that.
You wanted feedback. You
Yes,
wanted
the feedback.
feedback. Yes.
And the people, the person told me I can't to tell that. And oh
No, no,
great.
no.
So when I start to work, I work in Brazil in the Delta Plans, the name the company, and
Yes.
I did one course, and I start to work in the company just internship, internship,
Yes,
internship,
internship.
internship. I don't receive money, just for learn something, and I work 5 hours. In 1 month, the big boss, the company, Carlos,
Yes.
I like your job. You do probably tomorrow you do an interview with my son. Maybe you start to work. But my father is a KE, indicate this job for me. So
Okay. Oh,
okay.
so he your father indicated, meaning he told you about this job. Is that right? He told you?
The friendship between the boss
Yeah.
and his father.
And the father. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So the interview is so easy because
Because you knew him. You know
yeah.
them.
But I work just a small space, and I get some ink and mix some inks
Yes.
for to do some a new color for the company fabricate plastic film.
Okay.
So
Made materials? Is it you made materials?
yeah, the company I think is the time is gone.
Yeah, the time is gone, guy. I send a new link. It's like packs. Carlos on passe. He was doing like packs for snacks, like this.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Labor
Perfect.
Coca-Cola.
So I send a new link. Wait, Raquel.
Hi.
Hello, I can.
Hello. Okay.
Well done, lady.
Yes.
Just a second more. Let's see where's Ivna and Carlos is on. Carlos and your sexy legs. You see, Raquel? Ah, look.
Oh. Great.
So muscles.
It's cold here.
Yeah, in Brazil it's a little it's a little cold.
Here.
Yes, here. Yes, yes.
No, in London, it's summer, but London summer is like 20 degrees. You see? 21 degrees, windy, rainy. So Spain now is 37, just 17 degrees more.
Hi, cool. I love
You like that?
colder and rainy days.
You like it? You prefer?
I prefer to cold and rainy days when I stay at home.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Because
Here, yes.
in London,
Hello.
everything is
Hello.
hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
We are talking about weather in London, the summer.
Oh.
The big summer.
Oh, Raquel, it's so up and down, like up and down. It's hot 1 minute, it's like a thunderstorm the next. It's mad, isn't it? Mad.
No,
What is
this year is crazy.
the weather like in Brazil currently, Raquel?
Here in São Paulo is the same, but
Paulo.
hotter than London.
Of course.
And so, okay. I like colder and raining days, as I say at Karen. So London to me is perfect.
I agree. I'm the same. I would rather have cold and wet than very hot. So
The pressure,
we are
guys.
the same.
But I stay at home, so it's not fair to like other people.
Oh no.
Okay,
Lena.
so I think everyone is here. So Carlos with his legs can start talking. Look.
Oh,
So
how are your legs, Carl? Are they good?
Yes, very good. Is I'm lost some weight, so
Ooh.
now I can't sit in my bed.
Cross-legged.
Yeah, cross-legged.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
It's nice, but
It is
after
good.
15 minutes, you try to walk and down.
Yes. Fall over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so true. So true.
Wait. Here we go.
Oh, so good.
Just finish my part.
Please do. Yes, we were on the next slide, Karen, but finish away.
I think about interview, especially in London, for me is so difficult because there's a language, barrier, but it's I think
barrier.
It's a barrier. So I have some fear, scare about that.
Yes.
And here in London, I study at home about IT, database, data analytics. So I try to work in Telegraph. I think it's my dream.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, but I think the problem is all the company. I need a guy. I need a person who know. There's a lot of knowledgement about that.
Yes, so, a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge. So it's difficult because I think when the company give you an opportunity for you start to work, if you like the job, if you like to this area, I think your progress is quickly because
of course
I receive a big opportunity, so I need to study it. And go on
and go.
But I think it's the first job here is so difficult. The first, I think.
Yes, especially in technology, you know, your work will be so valuable. People will want it. So it's just, and in all areas, people want us to work, right? But it seems to me that what we all share is that we need to be able to articulate our professional lives and ourselves as a person very well, or I would say succinctly, which means shortly. So, you know, not saying this, but saying this. And that I find, because I talk, is hard to do. But I think the skill is being able to listen to the question and answer that question succinctly. And this is hard for the vast majority of people. Most people find this hard.
When I studied in Brazil in university, one teacher told me, Carlos, if all the company get someone for a training, but not training just for you need training to do this job,
Yes.
not about this job, but training about all the culture, the company culture, all the areas, not just the one area.
Mhm.
The worker get more fluency in your job. If there's some problem in another area in the same company,
Yes.
I think I can solve this problem because
Yes.
I see this problem in the another part.
Yes.
So I think some companies don't think this form.
Yes, but they should.
This way.
You're right. They
So
should.
sometimes you need just press the button. In 10 years, just press the button, press the button.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So when I work in Londrina, my city in Brazil,
Londrina.
Little London, Little London, they said.
Londrina.
Londrina.
Lovely.
Well done. So all the time I talk, all the time I'll talk, all works about the job, about how can I can help you improve your job or study in other areas. I think it's the most important. It's not just the job. Do that.
So therefore in interview, to be able to show maybe that you could lend your skills to these other areas seems to be important. Do you think?
I think it's the same. You as good actors, but you need to study a lot of characters.
Characters. Yes,
You need to
characters.
study. Today is I'm a killer.
Yes.
Another day is a doctor. Another day is a study. So you need to study all the areas.
Yes.
Because it's different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How every person moves differently, talks differently, thinks differently, feels differently. So we are always trying to observe and hopefully listen, and then we can recreate character from that. So interesting. So to be adaptable and to show in interview that we are adaptable, and another word, malleable, so that the company can shape us, they can mold us into what they need over time. So on our spreadsheet, we were talking about how do we manage our nerves, or the next question was, how do I manage my nerves, or how do I present myself? We've spoken about how we present ourselves or how we feel, I suppose, with interviews, but is there anything we can do we think, in interviews to manage our nerves better, and therefore to present ourselves in a way which will help us to articulate our adaptability, our aims to get the job, etc.? What the floor is open. Anybody can respond about how pray. Yes. Yes.
Pray is a good thing before.
I pray and just go.
So good. I agree. I just go.
When I was in Brazil, I worked as assistant teacher in a university. And I remember when I was the interview, there were like some steps, like some interview steps like a 3 or 4, I'm not sure. But I remember the second one was in the group, like a group interview.
Right.
All teachers there to get this position, they had master or doctor or PhD, like
Yes,
high positions.
PhD.
PhD, like high positions about the academic background, you know. So I was just with specialization there. I remember it was like there were like 20 candidates, and I remember I was the poor. And I remember I started the conversation, different of in England. People here, of course, they study, but in Brazil, people study so much, too much.
Yes, of course.
There to get good jobs, you have to study for that. If not, it is more physical jobs. So there is common people try universities or technical courses, etc., etc. And I remember I was in this group, and I said, God, how can get this job with all these guys? And they start a conversation, and I see everyone little anxious and nervous, of course. But I saw especially one guy was super confident, like I have a doctor, I have a master, etc., etc. I said, fuck off. In my mind, of course, because I'm a competitive person. So when I see the situation, I saw the situation, I said, no, with me, no, guy. And I started, got my position, I said, I know how I am. So if yes, okay. If not, probably cry a little, but you'll be fine. It's not for me, maybe. This is maybe not for me. And they start.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
It's not meant to be. Yeah. So I pass, and this guy knows. Yes.
Oh, well done. And for him, it wasn't meant to be, but he will get something else. He will get something.
Of course. No, I'm just joking. But sometimes
of course
you have to know how you are.
Yes.
Try using included the bad skills. No bad skills. How's the not quality, the bad part, the opposite.
Yes, well, to bring out the good parts of yourself, to highlight. You want to highlight the good part.
I have, for example, I have a good heart, but I'm a competitive. Maybe competitive for some people is not a good kind of person to work. But some people, yes,
it's good.
Depends on the company. So if the company is looking for a competitive person, maybe the vacancy is for me, And
yes, exactly.
And so, okay, I can get this one. But if the company is not the way of they work, probably I'm like this one.
This is good, though. It's so good to know what you have for free. These are our qualities that are God-given, and we highlight those, we bring them out, and we understand what they are, so we can try and find the jobs or the companies or the people or the relationships that are right for us. I think. Yes, we hope. On our spreadsheet, we have just a couple more slides. What type of person am I? Karen, you've already answered this beautifully. And if we go to the next slide as well, we can incorporate this, I think, with our next slide, so Karen has done this brilliantly. She has highlighted, that she is a competitive person, but also she has a good heart. And so that certain companies will recognize these qualities and they will warm to them, and other companies may not for whatever reason. But we listed some of them here, which are confident, loyal, honest, hardworking, dedicated, organized, attention to detail, time management, and efficient. And so if you just want to take a moment to think about maybe 2 or 3 things that you think you might have, or if they're not on this list, these are things which in an interview, as we know, people could turn around and say, what will you bring to the organization? What qualities do you think you have? And you might use this list, or you might have your own. And it's worth just thinking about those things. Also, to share the different qualities. You know, sometimes these qualities that we've listed here, maybe are quite typical, like quite usual. Maybe there are qualities that people haven't thought about, but that are so valuable to an organization for whatever reason. And it might be worth highlighting those. Wayner, can you think of any?
No, only one thing about Karen was talking before.
Yes, yes.
When you are looking for a job, it's important your formation, okay? But the personality in some job is very important. If this guy have a lot formation, but your personality in that situation is better, because the company is looking for one people for speak with other person. Like Raquel, maybe Raquel work in that situation. The personality is more important than my formation, you know?
Very true.
Yes, it depends with the job. So what the job needs or asks in for that position. So be yourself. And yes, be yourself. And as Karen said, he's a competitive girl. Something good, but there is some positions that the manager or the company asks to hire introvert people. I don't always agree with that. So because I know I think that everybody is capable for work, some skills. I'm considered a shy person, like introvert person, but I need to speak. I need to talk every day with everybody. Sometimes it's I feel tired, but at the same time it's great. It's great because I love people, and I work this in me every day. So
what Wayner was also saying, Raquel, is that in your actual job, so the job that you do, as you say, you're working with people all the time. So when you interviewed for that job, they must have seen and understood that you have the right personality for the job of HR.
Yes. And with the help of the managers, because the managers always help us recruiters to choose the better candidates. So it's not me alone that take the decisions. So it's
perfect
with other people in the company.
Just a note. I think is for her position, it's nice to be introverted because you keep more your eyes open, you make more observations, you talk less because, for example, I'm like a snake, I'm a person. So when you, for example, you are introverted, you are shining. Imagine for the person go to the interview. Maybe this person feels more confident about about itself, themselves, because
themselves.
you see you are shy. If she's shy, I'm not feel too much pressure, because when I feel someone too much
Yes.
confident in
Yeah.
HR, I feel like I don't know if I talk something like in a hard way, maybe they don't like it, maybe they came across to my opinion, So I think your perfil is nice for this position. It's not my case, because maybe I see someone come and I don't like the face, and I see.
I agree.
Like,
I know what it feels. It's the other side as candidates too. So I'm trying to be my best, to do my best.
Yes, I've no doubt. The only other thing that we listed on our slides was, this is like at the very end, I'd saved it for my top tip for it. We can go back to the other slides if you all want to, and if we have time. But the only thing I had said for my top tip is just what I think is very important, is a first impression. I think a first impression really lasts. So in the same way that Karen might see a face and go, if they seem grumpy or not nice or whatever, I think whenever I have gone into a room and waited for the interviewer, I always stay standing. I never sit down, because sometimes for example, we would stand up to see someone at a restaurant. We would say, "Oh, lovely to see you," or we would stand back to let someone on the bus. If you sit down in a room before people come in, you then have to stand up again, perhaps. And it can be a bit awkward. You can feel a little bit unsure. But if you are standing when they come in, maybe looking out of the window or admiring a painting, pouring some water for you both, it gives a sense of you owning the space. You are in control of the space that you're in, even though we know that we're not, because we are trying to get the job. But for me, it's very important, because it feels then like you are a little bit more in ownership of yourself. You have chosen to look at your surroundings and place yourself, be grounded in the room, like I am here and I can admire the view. I'm not just thinking about the interview. And every time I've done that, I've gotten the job. But also I think that it has just helped me to relax, which I think has helped me to get the job, if that makes sense.
For me, yes, of course.
For me too, yes.
But I never think about that, because in my interviews, always I have a seat.
Yeah.
So I'll be stand. Tell me, Raquel, microphone.
I learned that in other countries, it's the different how two candidates
hold themselves.
Show
themselves.
Yes. Yes.
In some countries, I know that recruiters don't like people that talking too much or had some manners. In Brazil, I know there is some types of people, because I just interviewed Brazilian people.
Yes.
But I know that other countries, recruiters had all their manners to analyze the candidates. So it depends on the culture of the countries.
Yes. So different from... Oh, Karen, your microphone.
I know, but I'm in London now, same city of Avon. I'll try this situation to get a good job here.
Yes, of course.
I'm a city person, like I like city, you know.
Absolutely. But I hear you, Raquel, you're right. Maybe being trying to be more sort of confident and in ownership of the space, maybe that wouldn't work in Brazil. Maybe it would be considered rude, you know, impolite or not nice in some way. So it's balancing that. I think maybe the English see it as being quite polite if you move towards them to shake the hand, and you've poured a glass of water and you admire their painting, you know, if they've got a nice desk and you go, oh, I like that, you know, they sort of go, you know.
I'm not
No,
sure.
I don't mean it's unpolite. I just it's not a costume here.
Mm-hmm. Yes. A costume.
But I never see anyone
standing.
Yes, and now after the COVID, it's just online, the interview, so it's different. But I see your point. I agree.
I'm not sure, but my idea, I think, is in England, in general, people are more ashamed, more closer person. But when you stand up and show, you get a control, you show the difference because you are differential, you know. In Brazil, people are more blah, 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 more, of course, they're
outgoing.
Yeah. What?
Outgoing. So quite relaxed and confident and wanting to talk, you know, if you want to talk.
In general, people are afraid, but in the interview, they try to show, wow, I'm confident, you know. I think Raquel can tell more.
Yes, sometimes even liar.
Oh, they lie.
They lie.
Just sometimes.
Yes, they lie, but we always it's covered. So
you discover. Oh no!
I told you, devil.
Raquel, do you ever have to say to them, "Are you lying?" And then they're like, "No," and you're like, "You are lying."
We always trying to ask questions that leading to catch the people.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
not to deixar a pessoa to let the people uncomfortable.
Yes, not to shame them. You're not trying to shame them.
Not, but just to catch some liars, some lies. But sometimes it's not a decision, a point decision to if the people will get the job or not, but if they apply to their job, or if the people just lie to get a job. And
yes,
it's so perfect, but we know we had the LinkedIn and other things to analyze the curriculum, curriculum.
Curriculum.
CV. So it's just not the interview. It's just analyze other things.
Because at the end of the day, the people just need to be able to do the job, and if they're not able to, then it will not work. Isn't that right? It's not going to work. So you can be, I could go for a job in Carlos's company and say I can do technology, I can do this and that, but I will not be able to do it. There's no way that it's gonna work. So it's a balance. It's a balance.
Yes, and I always try to get the manager with me because he knows better the technical.
Yes.
So we work together. I always try to work together with the manager of the job to analyze in conjunto, together, analyze together.
To work together.
Yes, I not take the decision alone, just with other people.
Yeah. But you seem excellent at your job. You seem like you take it very seriously and you do the right thing. You do the right thing, not the easy thing, which is amazing.
Raquel, I remember, just quickly, I remember a fun history in Brazil when I did an interview and my friend, we did it together. about the lies. And the person asked me, Carlos, do you like read? I like read, but I don't read. This year, I don't read any books. And my friend, I like to read. I read a lot.
Oh no.
I just look here. And
know this guy.
the interviewer
Yep.
ask him, oh, nice, how the last book you read? And,
what was the last book?
What the book?
Yes.
Thinking the Bible.
The Bible.
Maybe it's true because we read
I
the Bible every day.
I think I think I laugh too much, and I think the interview, oh, Carlos laughed too much, is can't get the job.
They were trying the same vacancy. I think there were more than one for the same job. They were together in a group.
A group interview. That is fantastic. Great. The Bible.
I lost our opportunity because I laughed.
Oh,
okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
It's the most important book. So, well, one of the most important books. So a good answer.
Yes.
Now all he has to do is read it.
That's the question, the Raquel for Catch the Liars.
Oh, is that is
you
it
can hear me?
Yes.
I don't understand. Question for me?
This questions for Catch the Liars. You use it.
I'm not asked these questions. What the books you read or something like that. I just ask other questions. I just trying to do a roteiro.
How's about the history? Before you writing down the history, there's some topics before to writing down one history in Brazil, or to write down a history for novellas or etc. There's this thing, I forgot the name.
Oh, yes. A synopsis, like a synopsis.
Yes, but it's the questions. It's the questions that we apply to that job. It's not the same questions. It's always we always should have study the job and to make questions, specific questions.
Specific, yes.
And sometimes these questions not relevant for us. So
I see. I think this lady was also saying maybe this is a good question to ask in order
Yes.
to catch out the liars?
Yes, yes, it's a good question, Maria. It's a good question. Yes, yes.
Guys, we have just 3 minutes to finish. So, Eva,
Oh.
let's get some pictures just to keep in a
For
cool
sure.
fun side. Eva, talk something to you be bigger than everyone.
No, let me be smaller. I'll be the small. You guys are the important ones.
Just say cheese.
Cheese.
Let me see. There are more people here. Let more because I can take from everyone. 1 second again. Cheese. Okay.
Oh.
Avina, thank you very much again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much for coming along and engaging. I look forward to the next one, and I hope it's useful.
Thank you. And thank you guys for everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.